You know what? A lot of people don't want to hear the truth, but they gonna have to hear it in this video. You're gonna have to hear the truth. If you like to hear deep stuff and real truth, you will stay tuned to the end of this video. Okay, because what I'm about to tell you in this video, it ain't gonna be nothing you ain't already thought before. You don't thought what I'm about to tell you in this video, but it's just that nobody ever talks about it. Well, I'm about to confirm it to you, man. It's your big bro Trend, man. Listen, turn the volume up right now. On your phone, on your TV, turn all the volume up because I want you to hear what I got to say. And when we get to the end of this video, I repeat, do not leave this video without leaving a comment and giving this video a thumbs up if you agree with what your big brother Trend is saying, all right? Listen, I've been feeling this. I've been knowing this for a long time, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. We in this generation, and when I say we, I mean millennials. Shouts out to all my other generations out there watching and everybody that's not a millennial. We millennials, you have done nothing wrong as a millennial. As a matter of fact, you the most intelligent, the most smartest generation that ever existed in your family's lineage. Okay? When it comes down to your family tree, you the best of the best. You the cream of the crop. That's why they call you millennials. Because you changing the millennium for everybody that ever existed in your whole bloodline. All right? You are not crazy. All right? You might be going through a hard time right now where it feels like your life is tough. It feels like you're struggling, don't it? It feels like your head is up under a rock. It's like you live in a mental cage. It's like your life is a prison, and it's just like you can't advance even if you try to. You might be going through a struggle right now. You might be at work. You tired of working. You tired of busting your butt and slaving and working a 9 to 5, and you be constantly asking yourself, listen, this is how you know your big brother is got a download today. You constantly be going to work, busting your butt, taking care of your kids, paying your bills. But don't it, for some strange reason, don't it feels kind of unreal? Don't it feel surreal for you to have all this gift and all this talent inside of you? You got all these ambitions and all these goals, but it seemed like the universe don't want you to live it, don't it? It's like you can't, it's like no matter how hard you try, you cannot get your piece of the pie. It's just like no matter what you do, you cannot get ahead of everybody else. And you might ask yourself, why do I go through this all the time? Listen, you're not the only one. And that's the reason why I'm making this video right now, because I'm a life coach, y'all. I've had a chance to talk to thousands of y'all that done book sessions with me. I've had a chance to read so many comments and talk to so many people from all around the world. And I can proudly say it's the same situation with other millennials in different countries. Listen, y'all, the reason why your family is dysfunctional, if you really want to know, the reason why your family is dysfunctional is because of this, all right? The baby boomers failed us. They failed. They failed, heavily failed, okay? And that's what you paying for right now, even though they won't admit it, all right? And like I said, again, I'm sorry to hurt some people's feelings, but y'all know I'm going to tell it like it is. I'm going to give you the raw, the truth, all right? The baby boomers failed you. They failed everybody. They failed society. Yeah, the baby boomers was, if you were millennial, they was your mom and them, okay? You know, if you was a millennial, they was your uncle and them. You know what I'm saying? If you was raised by some of your uncles or your older cousins, if you a millennial, okay? I'm talking about your older cousin, your older girl cousin who in her late 40s right now, or who in her mid 40s. I'm talking about your older cousin who he got a family right now, and he got this little wife thing going on right now. He got a few kids or whatever. They failed us. The baby boomer generation failed us. And when I say the baby boomer generation, yeah, some millennials do fall into that baby boomer category. And that's why I said your older cousins, your older uncle, them, Not you. If you got somebody in your family, if you a millennial, if you got people in your family and you're a millennial and they older than you, but they like your cousin or something, them the ones I'm talking about. They failed you. Your parents them was also a part of the baby generation. They failed you. And I'm about to tell you why in this video. Just listen close. If you agree with what I'm saying, comment below. Man, listen. Generation X, which is the generation where we had, it was my grandma, man. It was my great aunt, man. My grandpa. Now, man, I still remember the memories in my head. Don't you remember the memories in your head, man? You was kicking it at grandma's house, man. Grandma had a good, nice bite of food for you to eat. Man, she had an extra room for you for a shelter just in case your mama got mad at you. Man, you could go over grandma, grandpa's house and them get cookies, man. You can go over your aunt's house, man. She'll iron your clothes for you, man. You know what I'm saying? That's Generation X, man. Them the people that's in their 60s, bro. Some of them now in their 70s, their 80s. You know what I'm saying? That's your great-great-grandma. That's them. You feel me? And then it could be your grandma too. She might fall in that category too. But Generation X was the best generation other than the millennials. And the reason why I say that is because they the ones that kept the family together. That's why you used to go to church. You used to wonder why used to go to church, right? You don't go to church no more. You know why? Because when Generation X died off, when the elders died off, when grandma, grandpa and them died off, Miss Lucy and them died off, Aunt Liz and them died off. When they was around, they had it all. They had everybody in unison. They had everybody in unity and in church. People weren't going to church off their own ambition. They was going to church because grandma went to church. But guess what? When they died off, what did everybody stop doing? They stopped going to church. You know why? Because the leaders ain't dead in the church no more. And the reason why I say Generation X was also good. That's the generation, grandma and them, great-great-grandma and them the ones that threw the family reunions. Them the ones that kept the cookouts going at the big house. You feel me? Them the ones that gave you money and you didn't even have to give them a reason why. Them the ones that never even asked you for money. They never even asked nobody for money. They were just hard workers. Don't nobody know where they got their money from. But I know they were just hard workers and they lived the traditional godly principles. That was the best generation ever. This baby boomer generation they had, I'm sorry, I love my parents to death. But my mama and daddy know they can't keep me from saying the truth. I love my parents. I can talk to both of my parents any day I want to. We got a good relationship. But I'm going to keep it real. The millennials' parents failed us. They failed us. This was the generation, they were so spoiled, y'all. They were so spoiled, they didn't have a care in the world. This was a generation that was doing all the skating in the skating rings and stuff and shacking up and sleeping with all the girls and stuff like that and having all the babies. This was your mom and them. This was your mom and them. You know what I'm saying? She didn't care and mind going out. She had this boyfriend over here, had 2 kids by him. She had this boyfriend over here, had a little girl by him. You know, she was at the drive-in eating snacks and stuff and laying on top of the roof of the hood of the car on Friday nights after high school. That was the generation that after the high school football games, they was going back and shacking up. That was that generation, the baby boom. Why you think they called it the baby booming generation? Because, man, they had so many damn babies. They don't even know where they at nowadays. That was the baby booming generation. That was the crack era. That was the drug era. You feel what I'm saying? That was the era where your mama, if she did, or your daddy, if he did have some money, he'd just give your mama some money and just tell her to go on. Just go ahead and just distribute the money to the kids. I'm going to go have a good time. That's what your daddy said. And that's why you don't got a good relationship with your daddy, because in that era, they had the money flowing so good because Generation X, great grandma and them, Generation X spoiled them so much that when they actually grew up and life hit them, when shit hit the fan, like it is for you right now, they didn't know what to do now. They don't know what to do. They don't know what to tell you. They don't know what to teach you. They don't know what you got going on in your life. They don't know your vision. They don't know your purpose. They don't even know where you live, for some of y'all. The baby booming generation failed us, man. They failed us. That's the generation they supposed to have stepped up and kept the family structure going. What's one of your cousins them stepped up and did and kept it going? Huh? They tried, but they couldn't finish, huh? They tried. I'm the leader. I can do it. Come on, y'all. Y'all come over here and go come hang with me. We gonna all do this. Everybody was like, sit down, cousin XYZ. Sit down, Uncle Lulu. Sit down. You ain't no leader. They tried, but they didn't know how to do it because, like I said, they spent most of their life running around and ripping through the neighborhoods, riding around in fancy cars. They spent most of their lives. They the ones that actually had a chance to have credit cards and run and max out their credit cards. Them the ones that actually did. They maxed out their credit cards. That's why their credit so messed up nowadays. Them the ones that was like I said, they had the new homes. They could go and get the new apartments. They can get the new houses and all that stuff. Them the ones that ate all the bread and didn't save nobody none, but they want you to pay for everything that they've done. That's why the millennials going through what they going through right now. It's because the baby booming generation, they failed us. They didn't step up when the elders and great-great-grandma and them died. They didn't keep nothing going. They don't know nothing about life. None of them never really followed their visions or their purpose like God ordained them to. That was the whole reason why grandma, great-great-grandma and them was trying to get us to do. That's what church was all about. It was about finding your purpose and finding your vision and following your dream that God has put into your heart. They didn't do none of it. They fell for the American dream. The only thing they thought was to be the best thing smoking was if they look good for you. If you was a millennial. You know what I'm saying? They whole idea is to keep up with the Joneses. Oh, if I can just get this car, then everybody gonna think I got it like that. That was their mindset. Oh, if I can just have all these jewelry on and just look nice, everybody gonna think I got it like that. Some of them still do it to this day. Oh, look at this stuff I got on, and look at where I stay. Oh, I'm moving to this area. Oh, everybody gonna think I still got it like I used to have it. Don't you got people like that in your family? That's why your family is dysfunctional, because you got people that their time is up. They had a chance to make it happen and they didn't do nothing with it, and they still trying to carry the torch and they don't want to pass the torch to you. That's the problem. That's the problem right there. You got people that still thinking that they anchors and they the first string runners. You got people that still thinking they the first string quarterback and they already fourth string, but they still trying to play like they fifth string. Your mama still thinks she in the club. She still thinks she a senior in high school, and she jealous of you because you look better than her and you doing it the way the new school do it. It ain't my fault you didn't. It ain't your fault she didn't teach you nothing, and you learn everything on your own, and you learn how to cultivate your looks, and you learn how to self-develop yourself and get your attitude right and get your mind right and work on your vision and work on your purpose, and she don't got one. That ain't your fault. That's their fault. That's their fault. And see, if you a millennial, now you fall in the category where you have to be the leader now. It feels like this. It feels like you got to be the leader now. You got to make sure you got to be the one that win the bread. You got to get the money. That's why you trying to work so hard. That's why you trying so hard to pay these bills. So, cause you know you're going to have to take care of them because they asking you for money now. Now you got to do everything for these Decepticons. Because they didn't do nothing that they were supposed to do. They did everything they wanted to do, but they didn't never do what they needed to do. And now they depending on you. You gonna help me out? No. Y'all supposed to have carried the family structure. Y'all supposed to have kept the godly principles going. They older than you. Now you got younger people in the family like yourself. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy because it's like you the daddy. You know what I'm saying? Now it's like you the auntie. You watching such and such kids while they go to work, and you still trying to create your life and get your 40 acres and a mule. That's my opinion. That's what I believe. I believe the disrupt, the mess up, And the F up was the baby booming generation. They failed us. They didn't listen to the word of God. They didn't do none of it. They went out in the streets. They partied. They mingled. They shacked up. They had babies. They didn't follow their visions. And they had you. And they want you to pay for everything that they done wrong. And that's why you struggling right now. Because you struggling because you thinking like Generation X thought. You like, man, I believe in family. Man, I really believe we should come together. Man, I really believe we should all be helping each other. I believe we should be talking. Man, I believe I should throw the family gathering so everybody can come to the house. Man, I'm going to try to, if I get my business together, man, I'm going to give my family some jobs. See, you thinking like Generation X was, like your great-great-grandma, who your mom and them dropped you off at the house while they went out and party. They instilled all of that wisdom and that knowledge inside of you as a millennial. And see, they didn't see the baby boomer generation. They didn't even know grandma and them was teaching you everything that they were scared to go learn. But see, now you got that grandma, great-great-grandma knowledge inside of you. And that's why you young, but you got an old soul. That's why you older, but you still look young, because you got that wisdom inside you. You got that godly anointing on your life. And that came from great-great-grandma and them. You feel me? Generation X. Now, these other generations, man, the silent generation, my kids, your kids, the generation Alpha, the generation Y and all them. Man, some of them is smarter than all the generations. Some of them kids is so smart, it's almost unreal, because they get to see everything that's going on because their eyes is wide open. I really think we're gonna go into a golden age once they get older. But I ain't gonna be here to know that. You ain't gonna be here to know that. But I really think that they so smart and so intelligent, it's ridiculous. Them gonna be the ones that know how to work the AI robots. Your kids, them gonna be the ones that know how to work technology, and they cool with it, boy. They know how to do it in gadgets and stuff. And they gonna be so smart, it's gonna be ridiculous. They gonna be extraterrestrials. But like I said, man, listen, it's not your fault. What you going through is not your fault. You just been placed in between a rock and a hard place. You just been given the battle of your parents, and you been given the battle of yourself. All right. It's like you trying to get yourself together and get your own life together so that you won't make yourself into a failure, and you still trying to work for them who trying to come back in the latter days and still trying to get everything back together. So you trying to keep everybody together, just like great grandma and them did. And now they putting a burden on you. Now they call you the outcast. Now they say you crazy. You the black sheep. Now they telling you talk too much. Now they telling you conceited. They gonna call you all kind of names. He ain't right. He a fake. He this and he that. They gonna say all kind of things to you to try to break your spirit. The devil will try anything he can to do to try to keep you from keeping this thing rolling, man. And that's why I say the millennials is the most important generation right now. Okay, it feels and appears like this cannot be done. This is what the world thinks. This world will be going to hell in a handbasket if we didn't exist. We the only ones, chosen ones. We the only ones that's keeping this thing alive. Don't you really feel like that? I really feel like that. If we was not here, bro, them baby boomers that's in charge, that's got these positions up in higher places and stuff, they already show you they don't even know how to run the country. Don't nobody like them. Don't nobody like them. Don't nobody listen to them or nothing. People listening to the 20-year-olds. People listening to the early 30-year-olds. People listening to the people that's in their late 30s and stuff like that. People listening to the millennials. What do they have to say about life? Let's listen to them. Your parents, your family members, they listening to you. Even though they ain't gonna tell you, they ain't gonna show you that they listen to you. They ain't gonna show you that they want to be a part of your movement, your business, and what you got going on. But you the one that's keeping it together. You the one that's actually giving them hope. It's you. It's the millennials. You the best generation yet. So if you keep this thing going and you keep on believing in yourself and you keep on following the path that God's following you, see, you doing the right thing. And that's why you're going to continue to get blessed. That's why God is always got you in his hands. You know what I'm saying? Because he know that you listening to his voice. We the only generation before baby boomers didn't do it. Grandma, great grandma and them did it. They listened to the voice of God. And like I said, I remember it to this day. And they all in heaven somewhere up there just encouraging us to keep on, just keep on keeping on. And you the only one ever since them that's still carrying that blessedness. You the only one that's still carrying that faith. And you don't need to waver. Do not waver. Comment below and say, I will not waver, big bro trend. Make sure you subscribe to this video. Make sure you share this video with somebody, man. And do me a favor before you leave, y'all. Listen. Get some of this collagen peptides, man. I keep telling y'all, bro, get this. All right. Treat yourself. You will love yourself more once you start seeing how clear your skin started to become. Once you start taking this collagen peptide supplement, man, just put it in your drink, stir it up, drink it. It only take 10 seconds. Man, your body going to be going crazy. Your skin cells is going to I ain't even going to say nothing about it. Just look at my skin. I'm always moist, boy. I'm always wet. Sweating, you know what I'm saying? Huh? But listen, I told you, this is going to be the realest stuff you're going to hear all day. Keep doing what you're doing, man. I know it's a lot on you right now, and I know it feels like it's never going to stop. Listen, you about to get your breakthrough. You about to get your blessings. It's coming. Keep on. Just trust and believe. It's coming. Don't never waver on your faith. Don't never give up. Don't give up like they did. You keep going. No matter how hard it gets, just keep it on keeping and keep God first. That's the number one thing. And he going to always provide you with your needs and your wants. Trust and believe. It's your big bro trend, man. Get this video a thumbs up. Share this video with a friend if it really hit your soul, man. If I was on point, do me a favor. Share this video with somebody else who might need to hear this message. All right? See you in the next video. Peace.